Question 25. The diagram shows a solid made from a hemisphere and a cone. The radius of the hemisphere is 4 centimeters. The radius of the base of the cone is 4 centimeters. And you can see that there. There's your hemisphere, which is basically half a sphere. There's your cone, and the radius is 4. Calculate the volume of the solid. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures, and don't forget that. So, because the radius is 4 centimeters, it also means the radius going this way is also 4 centimeters, which means the height of the cone is actually 10 centimeters, because 10 plus 4 gives us our 14. Okay, so all we've got to do is find the volume of the cone, find the volume of the hemisphere, and then add them together. So I'm going to put volume of the cone. I'll work that out there, and the volume of hemisphere, I'll work that out there, and then I'll add them together at the bottom. So luckily you don't have to remember these things, because right at the start you have got volume of a sphere, 4/3 pi r cubed, and volume of a cone, which is 1/3 pi r squared h. So write those in. So the volume of the cone was 1/3 pi r squared times h, and the volume of the hemisphere, now remember that's the entire sphere was 4/3, sorry, hang on. Vol of sphere is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, now because we've only got half of that, it means we're going to divide that by 2. Well, if you look at this bit, you could work it out. You could work out the whole sphere and just right at the end just divide it by 2. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take 2/3 of pi r cubed instead of 4/3 of pi r cubed. Okay, because that will be the same as taking half of it. So 2/3 of pi r cubed. So let's work them out. So the cone is 1/3 times by pi times by r, which is 4 squared, times by the height, which is 10. So 1/3 times pi times 4 squared times 10, which is 167.5516082. Now the volume of the hemisphere, 2/3 times by pi times by r, r which is 4 cubed. So 2/3 times by pi times by 4 to the power of 3, which is that number there, 134.0412866. So add them together then. So 167.55 plus 134.04 equals, so here's my original number, I've kept that in. I'm going to add 167. I'm going to keep all my decimals in and round right at the end. 16082 equals 301.5928948, but it says 3 significant figures, so that would be 1, 2, 3. So the third significant figure is the unit column, which means we want to round this number to the nearest whole number, nearest unit. So 301.59, it's going to go up. The 5 is going to round the 1 up because it's closer to 302 than it is to 301. So the answer is 302 centimeters cubed.